He's at WWE right now. I don't know. I guess he just keeps like going back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, saying he's back is not helpful because he goes back and forth like crazy. Yeah, he can't decide on whether or not he wants to stay with career or not. Man's
It's a stone
weird.
carving.
I think it's supposed an egg.
Okay. I just had to get used to their voices again. Can we finally go talk to her?
We met Felix, your husband. He's one of our suspects, and he seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. So, if you want to stick up for him, now's your chance.
Okay, no, she still doesn't speak.
Nice try.
Dang, bro. I tried.
You haven't seen this yet, have you?
It's a little model of you. Who were the other people next to you? What do you think of your husband's hobby?
Do you have any hobbies?
Staring out the window.
I like these drawings, Flora.
Is there a reason why you wanted us to see them?
Dang, bro, she's silent as ever. I thought I could really get her with that. Oh. Okay. So she has like no opinions. Ever. Great. I love that for me. Where do I gotta go? Felix. What are we talking to Felix about? I'm gonna talk to him about everything, I guess.
Dearest Flora, a remarkable woman.
She's having an affair with the
Been
birds.
married
No.
over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. She's had it her whole life. She's the youngest of three. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know.
What is doubled? Why is it doubled? Oh, I think I know why it's doubled. Hold on. Does that make it better? Does that make it better? This is weird. Hold on, I just noticed this. What?
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
For a moment. Yeah, did that make it better? That's weird. Huh? My audio stuff is... I'll have to figure that out later. I know what the problem is.
Our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know
Let
the
me-
real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Aww. That should be about right.
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, just meant to, because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine. Supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item. Something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it.
So that's her client.
Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
If Fiona was
Somewhat
trans, Felix would
distantly,
ask
as
what was
it
wrong with your
happens,
first gender with the same
my
energy,
father,
and he would mean it in the
Lord
most genuine
was her
way. No,
grandfather.
yeah, this is true.
Technically, that makes her a fellow.
This is true.
Let's
And
just
then,
say
if
there
she
was some
explained
discussion
it,
over whether she ought to carry
like
the
if
name
Fiona
at all.
explained
There's a
it,
family
he would have just been
tree
like,
in the Grand Hall.
I
You
don't
should
get it,
take
but
a
I.
look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly
I see
afterwards.
myself scooching a lot
Nobody left her a
in this
thing?
direction.
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
Interesting.
Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman.
So Fiona doesn't like Fitz. Got it.
Percival Pointer. Good old... So, what do you reckon? Is he the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival.
Bro.
Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile.
Okay.
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter, always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different, like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Yo, wait, that's facts. Okay.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the Fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
I
And who
see.
named it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
Why?
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
Oh.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome, yes, less likely to come back.
I see.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it?
His freaking laugh. How about
That
this?
looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Okay.
It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
Oh, so he knew. He knew it was a bird.
Where did you find that?
It was in the library.
Really?
I feel like there's something I'm missing here, though. Like, evidence or something. I'm still locked out.
What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I find it comforting.
I find it comforting.
Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Ah, teenagers are funny, aren't they? My daughter Fiona and her best friend. They grow up so fast.
Do you know why it's ripped like that?
Ah, yes. I didn't even notice. No idea.
Wow, okay, they really don't want us to know if Poppy's the other
Penelope
one.
seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to. I've never seen that before. Looks valuable. Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise.
Okay, ask him about everything here. And everyone.
There's something about Felix's painting supplies.
Oh, thank God.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
So, about this paint we
That's
found
why I
in the
was
room.
stuck.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally
Obviously.
normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
It's the wrong lid on. Color.
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots.
Okay.
End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
And we'll go to Freya's.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Ah, I see. Oh, I see.
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
Sure it is.
was used to fill up. This red paint pot, before Freya used it to paint Flora. Nope.
No. Huh.
This red paint pot, that's not right.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get lost.
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something. Right, fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure. So I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
Ah, okay. Burp.
The outline of Freya fell out. There's a single patch of blood, no real sign.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas.
Let's check the case file again.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Oh, okay. There was something I was missing right there. Burp.
A little pot plant, balanced on the window ledge.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
Half the room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
The sudden absence of a wall. Okay, I think that... Wait a second, what was that? What is that?
We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
What? You think there's like a little attic? Talk to Fitz. Which one is Fitz again? This guy? I think that's Fitz. Boop. Yeah, he's Fitz.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's... It was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see.
it was a joke,
I
please.
like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone.
Oh, additional
Felix
suffering.
is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
I was just about to say the same thing.
the
Fifi
face.
doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know. She questioned me,
About what?
My work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell.
Okay, that's not
She
ominous.
was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects?
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Have you met this guy, Fitz?
I
Shifty,
accidentally did
totally
that.
Suspicious.
I accidentally hit his again.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower.
Asking
too
Fist about
often, do you?
himself.
No,
Have you heard all of
but I
Poppy's
still
lines
see
about
Pointer
No, I haven't.
Sometimes. He's always curious
She
about what
started
I'm
giving
growing in the
long poems, and I
greenhouse.
was like,
Asks me about the
eee.
birds too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
See, I
Penelope
already
is my
got the idea
fiancée.
that
Don't take this the
he's
wrong
not
way,
an
but
astronomer.
Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be.
everyone gets a poem
People
except
think
herself.
she's- Well,
Sad.
they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing? Recently.
Good. It's good.
It's
Poppy
not
and
good.
I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
Nothing. I've talked to him about almost
Have you
everything.
ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her.
Herm.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you? In the rooftop garden, I think? With Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Are we done?
Are we
Freya's
done?
best work, in my opinion. Although, the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting. Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course.
Poor guy.
Plants are different to flowers.
I'd say so, yeah.
At any time, flowers can bloom with perfect, faultless colors. Red, blue, white. With paint, once you've tainted a color by mixing it with others, not even the most skilled painter can return it to its pure form.
This is true. This is true.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note in the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized. There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Huh? Okay, so whatever his thing is, I don't have it yet.
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Now that I'm talking to everyone about everything, I'm getting all the information. God.
This
Suspicion.
little microscope thing? You said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense, if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
I already know.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
Erp.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you're
Thanks.
looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
It's not a
It's
microscope.
not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I
Huh?
wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
That's true, that's true.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I
Aww.
would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider
Hello,
the gardener
Fox.
a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that happened. Let's keep talking to you then.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps, an hour here or there, sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
Huh.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious.
I have to agree with her. I'm sorry. Talking with him is tedious.
Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely. I'll say this. He's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse. But I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers. In secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
The way she said restless was interesting. Fitz is
has
top 3.
remarkable
He do be a
musical
top 3 though.
She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
She wants to leave Tingle
I find her
Tower.
rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse.
Oof.
Professor Pointer is a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself. What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Freya Fellow is of great interest to me. I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower. Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, detective.
Hey, Barbie job.
314 cases solved.
314?
Oh, sorry, can we hear how his voice went up in pitch?
314 cases solved.
314?
Tangle Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
Have you searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
Huh. I'm afraid the residents of Tangle Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that.
Oh my
I was disappointed too. A somewhat cumbersome
I love that she said
device
she was
and
disappointed
an
too.
altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do
The
you
cast did
Hawkshaw?
great.
I like anything.
What a cop-out.
A little
I
bit of
believe that was in
everything all of
Flora's
the
room
time.
yesterday, but it was not cracked when I saw it last.
Interesting.
I'd tell him not to quit his day job.
Oof.
He hasn't got one, has he?
Oof.
These figurines
My
remind me of
God.
a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Ah.
Your life sounds fun. Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
Oh, poor
Photograph of
Grimoire.
Freya. Could be important. The people here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone straight from the earth?
Look at the stones.
You
Look at they
consider that
pretty.
important evidence, do you?
It was important evidence.
This is a potential murder weapon, is it not?
I don't know. I don't think the murderer would leave the murder weapon just lying around.
I think you'd be surprised as to what people leave lying around. Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Yes.
Well, not yet.
Not
I see
yet.
some suspicious leaves.
When did Freya draw the picture of you, Hawkshaw?
I didn't model for her, if that's what you're asking.
The-
She
the
must have
stones
done
be
it without my
yummy.
permission.
Could just be from memory. It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference. Is that a clue?
Dunno. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree, doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
Same, yeah.
Yep.
Paints.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly enough, yeah, it paints.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see. The paint is still wet.
Yeah, well, we know Freya was in the middle of painting when she was killed.
Do you know that? How? Because you were told?
She's so dang sassy. Okay, that didn't help me at all, though. So, these two are done. I guess we'll go talk to Poppy, get all of her long poems.
With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
Okay, okay. Let's do fits.
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
Okay. We get the pointer.
Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying. Floating, helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet. Feathers flashing in the light from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage.
Shoot, that hits deep.
Hard of head, but free of mind. Unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond. Behind our walls, beneath our pride.
Yeah.
A soul untied. It's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be.
She really just told Pointer touch grass, bro.
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kinda cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
Falls a little short, no.
When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding a knife, with blood on the tip.
You don't think that anymore?
No, it was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was in shock. I'm just an idiot.
But it was blood on the tip. If you hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi wouldn't have checked.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me how it's a clue. Tell me how it helps. Nothing about the knife makes any sense. It's just freaking everyone out. Wish I'd never said anything.
Huh.
It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes. There's something I noticed about Freya's knife wound.
Hit me.
From what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to Freya's body. And there's only one small pool of blood. Nothing on Freya's hands, or anywhere else. The whole thing is just a little too...
Perfect.
peaceful.
Oh, I was gonna say perfect, because that's a really
So there
perfect
are two
stab.
families living in Tangle Tower?
Mm-hmm. 3 pointers and 5 fellows. 4 fellows.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora is a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So, the Fellows and the Pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask, that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea.
Ah.
What was inside?
Nothing.
Huh. Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix, I think.
Is that supposed to be Flora?
Possibly?
Oh. How nice.
How
That
nice.
belongs to Flora, I think. Oh, you've been to the greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess.
I guess.
But kind of unsettling, with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, he does that. I was about to say he
Is
does
that
that.
a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh. Never seen him use it. I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective. Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right. Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No? Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think? I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet.
It's quiet, unlike here
Why
right
is the
now.
glass cracked down one side?
Natural wear and tear, maybe?
That
No.
doesn't happen.
Freya took good care of her stuff.
Even if it was natural wear and tear, it wouldn't do
Freya would
that.
always load up the palette with all the exact colors she was gonna need. I think it helped her zone out and focus on the actual painting itself. Like getting all your sheet music lined up before playing a long piece.
Right. So the blob of black paint in the middle, that was for painting Flora?
This is black?
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black than I do.
Okay. That did not look black to me, but I'll take it. I got a trophy for listening to all of her poems. Do I really have to talk to everybody all day every day right now? This is terrible. Hold on, let me get a hint real quick. The astronomy tower. I did that. Do I have to speak to him more? I have to exhaust
Here's a
everything.
thought. Do you suppose the paintbrush could be the murder weapon? After all, it was found at the scene, right next to
There's
Freya's
something I
body.
missed.
I guess it's possible.
Hold on. How did I miss something in here? Pretty sure I clicked everything in here. I'm trying to think of where I haven't clicked, because I clicked here, 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 and here. Oh, not necessarily in the room. Because I've clicked outside the room, like the windows, too. I haven't gotten anything from it. That's why I was like, do I have to talk to him? Is that why I have to search? I think I'll just
Yes, very nice.
clear out everything.
Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it. Is this important?
Possibly.
Oh, my. This is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano. Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother.
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall.
Well, not right now.
Oh, you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a gardening trowel.
Looks
Steady
like
on.
a weapon to me.
Somebody wants to
A
talk about
listless
murder.
soul drifting through the ether.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end. Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
She's
You know,
kind of
I simply
mean.
assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you.
Wow.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
Percival still, like, yeah, he just sucks. What is
I
this?
don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
I'm not sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Aren't there 10 of them?
Ah,
83. Yeah, we don't got
Our
that.
resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. Like rats deserting a sinking ship.
Bro.
What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
What
Oh.
about his mother?
Emily? I've not met her. She never actually married into the Fellow family.
Oh.
Her relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived.
I thought he was gonna say on and off.
Yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally. My Poppy, my pride and joy.
Pride.
Exceptionally talented
The way he
pianist
just
from a young
pride.
age. She... Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Oh no, I can personally vouch for her innocence. She'd never... Well, the truth is, she loved Freya very dearly.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's mother?
Primrose? She was Flora's sister, a Remington by birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away. She went away.
That's not ominous at all.
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I've begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think.
Huh.
I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
It's a little sus, my dude. The way you said all that. It's a little sus. Okay, what the heck am I missing? Yeah, it just says I should search the astronomy tower.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
Oh!
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting.
I think I found out what I missed.
Can't see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there.
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Maybe it's glued down.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
Oh, that's
something
weird.
About something.
Let's ask him about it.
Okay, oh boy, finally.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh? Go on.
You're trying to get a planet named after yourself? You discovered a meteor is heading straight for Earth.
You're not really
These
interested
choices.
in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
Now comes in the beetle that I found.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
let's see, telescope, watching the crime scene.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accused me of being a lowly entomologist.
You're right,
now
Bill.
you're accusing
You're
me of, what, spying?
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around. Both towers and in the gardens, too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene. Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could have missed something.
Oh my god.
This wasn't here before.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck, you two. Freya? Freya?
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
Is she hiding down here somewhere?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
I love his
it's
face.
confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
I know exactly what I need to do. Yo! Okay, I think I know what I have to do.
Should we take another look?
These all go based off of certain people. So like the bell, I don't know who that is yet. There's Lips. The piano is definitely Poppy. And the bird is definitely Penny.
Let's come back.
So wrong place. Immediately went to the wrong place. Wait a second. I didn't do the thing. I'm getting excited and I'm missing things I gotta do.
That's all the statements collected.
Okay.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
Her own painting. Brother.
The painted ink dip feather. No?
Okay.
Lead from the paint pot. That's
Okay.
not right.
Is it this one?
Lead from the paint. That's not
No.
right either.
There's an ad starting in like a minute. Designed to match.
painted ink. That's not right either.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so confused.
Blood from the paint pot. That's not right either.
Freya painted the blood on the painting herself.
Blood from the paint pot was used. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
There it is.
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
Bloody.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down.
My homie
Normally,
kicked it down.
It can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Anyway, let's go test this out. Here it is. I don't understand. I have a question. Why? I too wonder why. I don't know if this thing's working. I don't know how this thing works.
It's one of those big pianos with the open lids.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
You're right. I don't know how Mr. Krabby works. Lake's Edge. What?
That's a big lake.
It's kind of purple. Looks poisonous.
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it.
Water with poison in it. So is this one I don't understand.
It's a little boat we used to cross the lake. It's the only way on or off the island.
What a comforting thought.
I'm so confused. Posture check, a stretch, and a hydrate.
Wind chimes.
Jeez. Okay, actually, hold on. I needed the pop. I needed the popping to be done. What the heck? Okay. Thanks for all of that. I didn't realize I started
Silent
slouching.
wooden wind chimes.
What is that
It's
thing?
just an archway, but it seems a little ominous. Like walking through it might give you bad luck.
Too late.
Too late. Oh, you have to hit a specific spot. Okay.
It's a garden, I think. It's currently far away.
We could walk.
Ready when you are.
Okay, so we got one. We got the birdsong one.
I'm still.
Should we take another look?
So can I... Ah, I see. So it'll tell you which one is which when you get there.
Let's come back.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So another one. Talking to Fifi. Okay.
Is that?
Of sorts. Hey, it's a model. What are you thinking?
That would make an.
Okay, I was just wondering. Okay, anyway. Fifi. Either girl.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days. Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be? The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
I do not know the answer.
The way she looked like she got called stupid.
Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands.
That's fair if you're
It
gonna
is a
have
flower.
birds clean up.
It reminds me of something, but I cannot say what. I
Yo.
am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh.
That's fine.
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is.
It is?
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in
Why
what
is
Flora
that
is like.
kind?
I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
Yeah,
You
paint
noticed
isn't
that
as
just from
viscous.
looking at it once?
Of course.
I mean, if anyone painted, they could tell.
Is she laughing?
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why. That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
That's fair.
The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends
On what?
on the structural integrity of your teeth.
Anything can be eaten if you're brave
I
enough.
require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
This is true, this is
What
true.
is your opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make
She
you
don't
do
want
anything,
it.
Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
Oh. I was like, sound like who?
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
Oh.
Name, Felix Fellow. Age,
Oh, I should have come to
53.
her first. She was the
Profession,
encyclopedia.
None. Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and
Oof.
assigning them personal value. Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No?
Ooh.
Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
I see.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No, he is quite correct. Name, Fiona Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, amateur microbiologist.
Nice.
Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact.
Oof.
Notes, kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin.
His face.
His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tingle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Okay.
Name, Hawkshaw. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name, Fitzfellow. Age, 24. Profession, cryptobotanist. Likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So what's your problem with him?
Dang it, bringing the height up.
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
Interesting.
Name, Poppy Pointer. Age, 19. Profession, Apparently, Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had, of course, originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Poppy.
Name, Penelope Pointer. Age, 27. Profession, ornithologist. Likes, birds. Dislikes, insects. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
Aww.
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me.
Ugh.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased. Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became 1. Increasingly independent, and 2. Increasingly isolated.
Oh.
Why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds like quite a team.
Huh, interesting.
There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Oh my god, we're finally doing stuff again. I zoomed through it and then I got stuck. Boop.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower. Holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
He was
So,
holding his
if it
trowel,
wasn't a
wasn't he?
knife, what was it?
He was holding the trowel, wasn't he? Is it this? Is it
What
this?
about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
This is Cap. Uh,
An ornate trowel. Nope.
nope. What about anyone Fitz needs to attend to? Eh.
An ornate trowel is almost... maybe just
Change one more thing. Oh, I actually left in Poppy's room, Penny's
An
room.
ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
Cap.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
Is this?
Let's take a closer look at these. The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed.
They're really cute.
I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking
Flowers?
after plants. So I go into her room every now and again. When she's not there, water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
Cute. I'm sorry, that's adorable. That's adorable. Oh, this was the bow. Okay, so we got the doorbell. I was right about the music room. It's probably just not Poppy.
It's one of those
Don't
big
touch
why
it.
not?
Might be haunted.
No. Okay. I was like, no, please.
Sheet music.
That's a lot of notes.
Probably why they're on the floor.
It looks pretty difficult. Yeah, rolling on the floor. Teehee. It's gonna say, yeah, we should check all the rooms. Whoa, hold on. I forgot about that. I forgot about that room like instantly. Oh, this place is creepy.
It's a statue of a wolf, standing up straight, like a man.
You know, there's a name for that.
It's a werewolf.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here. Also, it's not a statue. It's stuffed.
Creepy.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
A real thingy. Brass reel with a screw at the top. Coiled around the reel's length of fine red rope.
Just dusty junk.
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
Now maybe I won't open it.
No!
Someone painted out the window.
Do you think it was done recently?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
Just dusty junk.
Don't think there's much else here.
It's a jar. The head screws off.
Huh.
Huh. Florist Tower.
The attic's directly above us, right?
Yeah. That's the only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
What would be in here? What melody would you hear in here? The wind?
Half the room is a big...
I don't know if you can call
more
it the
like-
sudden absence of wall.
Sudden absence of wall.
Half the room.
I don't know if you can call
Okay,
it the sudden
okay.
absence of...
Yeah.
The whole room has a strange feeling about it.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
Okay. I don't remember the things.
I'm still...
Should we take another look?
Okay, so check. Oops. And piano. So it's Flora's and Poppy's.
Let's come back.
I wish that would give you hints. I thought it would have been Penny for the bird. This is Flora's tower. Where would the melody be coming from?
A little pot.
It's the only plant in the entire...
I would have thought it would be her,
You
but
know what this is?
Guess not.
okay, cool, thanks. Herb. Herb. Bum, 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 bum. Trying to think of where the heck this should be at.
There it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it?
Looks that way.
Hold on, I have itty bitty idea. Itty bitty idea. This. Okay, I feel like it's this. Wait, are we, wait. Different idea. My mind's going everywhere with these ideas. Hold on. Before I forget. I feel like I need her to play this.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Is that it? I did it! Okay, there's one more, and it's in Florida Place. So does it have to do with the gramophone? Is it the humming? Because, like, that's from the mouth. And the picture was of lips.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Yeah! Okay, we did the thing.
That's all for
So, what do we do with them?
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Let's go. I'm figuring it out. This is like, yeah, honestly.
Let's try this.
You know, I think we might be... That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Oh, I was right!
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Go down. Let's go down. Let's go. Whoa.
A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
I like that you call them rooms. This is
Looks
true.
like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold.
Liquid nitrogen.
Thirsty?
Thirsty? Yeah, sure.
Bugs. Big ones.
Looks like they're made of metal. What's in there?
The golden beetle is gonna be in there. Look.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Oh no, they're still looking for
Poor
it.
little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
Price. Value. Because this one looks like a diamond. This one looks like gold. This one looks like a jade, emerald, rubies. This one looks like obsidian. This one might be a version of malachite or something. Probably not malachite. I'm thinking of like red garnets or something. Like they all have value to them. That's what that is. Ooh, box. Give me.
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Let me see it.
Weird looking safe.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Oh, interessante. Oh, we're lining things up. Okay, but you can only go in a certain distance. Okay. So with this one, okay, blue. A pink one for sure. Green? No. No, it should be green. But they gotta overlap, don't they? Or am I thinking about that too far? Unless I overlap it this way. Yeah, we're putting it together. Like that. And then this green one probably. No, this blue one. Right about there. And then with this blue one... Oh, it's not a shrimple. Not so shrimple, is it? But I feel like that was right. It going like that feels right. Maybe it goes this instead. Or it just pulls out that way. Duh. Hmm. They're not touching right here, and I need them to touch right there, right? Unless I bring that all the way out. And then I bring this in. So then I can bring this orange one. And then this pink one? No, because that just tangles it up. Oh, wait. Let me cook. I'm doing it. I'm doing a thing. Like that. So to do that, I've got to line it up. No, wait, I gotta line it up this way.
No, that was it.
Nice work.
Oh my god.
Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
I did a thing. I did a thing. Okay.
Whose research is this? This is some seriously in-depth research.
It's
It's
everyone's.
impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
It looks like the thing. This is probably the beetle. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who is he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
The golden beetle has, let's see. No, wait. Pointers and trying.
Pointer has been trying to breed
There you go.
the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Money.
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure.
But she's smart.
Not naive.
Yeah.
I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
There's another layer. Oh my god.
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks. And a green hat draped on top for good measure.
My goodness, there's an under to the
a
under.
single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Children's book. Misted to the Sea and Sky. Children's picture book looks very old. Ink dip. An elegant bird with red and white plumage. A silver snake. An aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. Which they actually do have a type of eel that's like this. They don't have eyes because they're so far down. So there's no need. The soul bearer. A crab with 3 differently sized claws. They do have crabs out there with 2 differently sized claws. And the amphobe, a frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. Interesting.
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms already?
Music room.
Music room.
Check. Grand hall.
The Grand Hall.
Check.
What's that thing in the middle?
I think it's that big glass tube.
The library.
The library.
Check. Storage.
Storage.
It's Freya's room.
The bedroom.
Bedroom.
That's Fifi's room, isn't it?
Fifi's. Poppy's.
A bedroom.
Penny's room, I think.
No, that's Poppy's. Penny's is over here.
It's the aviary.
No, wait. She didn't live in the aviary. But, like, did they split stuff? Oh, okay, I see. This is the...
The rooftop garden. That name makes a little more sense in this context.
Yeah, it's added. All the other stuff is added on. Okay, that makes more sense.
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms?
It's the room above us. The one we were just in.
The laboratory?
Yeah.
That's the room we're in now. It must be. It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
I think it already existed when this was made.
So, the whole house is built on top of some kind of platform.
Apparently.
And that's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now.
Okay, I want to make sure there wasn't anything else missing.
Misted Mansion. North side cross-section. Is it not Tangle Tower?
Tangle Tower. Before the towers?
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms already?
Yeah. Oh, wait, the study.
Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
How did we miss it?
This seems pretty significant.
Agreed.
We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
No!
By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
Metal stabby thingy. Oh, wait. That goes with the
So
reel.
what's the photo?
It's been framed, but it's slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl. A large man is sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. The ink dips. Metal object stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. That's
Do you know who it is
Flora and her
in the
dad.
photo?
Probably. I feel like that's
This man
Flora and her
In the
papa.
photo, he reminds me of something.
The
From one of our
statue.
clues.
He's also the statue that's outside. No. Also no. Where he at though? Also no. Well, I'm guessing.
That's not right.
Cool. I had to make sure.
That's not right.
Okay, I want to make extra sure about these things. I don't know. Something which depicts the man from the photograph. Is it this?
That's not right.
Okay, I want to make sure because I don't know. My brain is not braining.
That's not right.
Him holding that? Oh wait,
Felix
this.
made a little model of him
This
for
this
Flora.
this man.
Makes sense when you know
Who I
he
was like,
is.
who the heck is that?
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father.
Yes.
Meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her. See the bird, too.
I never would have guessed.
Little
Times sure
bird.
do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different.
She really doesn't. She's just older.
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp and empty.
But there's also more. So now if we go to Flora...
Let's not wander off right now.
But I want to go to Flora.
Rows of plants, growing in wide wooden boxes.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell. A candle, perched on a barrel.
Very medieval.
I was thinking pirates.
Medieval pirates.
Medieval pirates, agreed. Accept that.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
Move, beads, paper. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a second.
This looks like it was drawn in a hurry.
Didn't we see those same symbols in the greenhouse?
Reminds me of the chart from the library.
The one from the chalkboard.
Yeah. Is that a periodic table?
No, but it does kind of look like one.
What are those symbols?
They're alchemic symbols. Mostly based on the planets, the sun, the moon, stuff like that.
Huh.
Yeah, female, male. Some power symbols, the moon. Beetle. And 3 sets of similar research notes. Yeah,
And drawn entomology charts.
oof. For real, for real. Okay. Is this all that there is down here, though?
Basements don't normally have windows.
We're at the bottom of the lake. We must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Where are we?
What the heck is going on?
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with one candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is
That's
now,
why it's
yeah.
suspicious.
Maybe we're too late. Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Okay, we're just skipping through the logistics of everything.
Wow, it's dark all of a sudden.
How
What?
long were we down there?
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on, it's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Ooh. Now it's getting saucy. This is saucy.
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
Worm?
That's the one.
Yeah, it's a worm.
You know, in any normal room, this thing would be my main concern. In here, though, it barely makes the top 3. Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
It has a translucent exoskeleton. It does.
You sure we should be touching it?
Yeah.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
Oh, interesting. Hold on.
This crab really reminds
That little wooden...
Yeah, but I don't think that's I've seen it more recently.
Hold on. We did see it more recently. We saw it in the book. Open, turn that way, open, turn that way, and closed.
Is that
It's got a
Also...
Whoa, easy there, Tiger.
I guess that's
I
wrong.
don't think we need to.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
Like that?
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing somewhere.
Ugh, I'm trying to figure out exactly how it's positioned. I hate the little clicking noises. It's gross. Maybe it's... Oh. Okay, let's not get crazy here.
Nope.
Wasn't this
The children's book?
this
I'm
crab?
trying-
Yeah, but I think I've seen it more recently.
I'm trying to find the freaking... the thing here. See? Yeah, the way it sounds horrible.
Is that a...
It's got
Also...
See, because if you turn it like that, no. Whoa. Like that. And then this one is... Whoa, okay. Easy. Don't think it was straight though.
I guess that's
I don't think we
What
need.
do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case.
Perfect.
Okay. See, I had it right and then I had it wrong.
What's this?
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
Crossbow!
What is it?
Some kind of fish and a...
That's a bird skull. We're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it?
How about we stop?
Centipede? Millipede? How many legs has it got?
Too many. An axe and some kind of hunting rifle mounted on the wall.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
The third one?
The one that isn't there.
We have the one that
Coffee
isn't there.
table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Hehehe.
It's a wooden pinboard hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Hawkshaw. This is a mixing picture. Okay.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We found them.
already.
We must have found them already. They... Here is... Not that one.
I think that might attach the crossbow, but not this part of the crossbow. I think that might... But not this part.
Okay, which part did I select? The top? This. And then this goes there. And then this is the metal rod. There.
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery.
Do those look like scratch marks to you? On the glass?
Yeah, they're on the inside.
That's not terrifying.
Do those look like scratch marks?
Yeah, they're on the inside.
Those aren't bird cages.
Some of them are disconcertingly large.
At least they're all empty.
You sure that's a good thing? Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Oh, yeah. The ambassadors of Misted Mansion. This must be, her dad. That's like her dad, and then these are all other people. She looks like Fifi. No, yeah, she looks like Fifi and Penny. She looks like Poppy and Freya. He looks kind of like Fitz if you look at him carefully. Like, they all look like somebody.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look
Felix,
at it,
there you go.
I don't think it is him.
These are ancestors. There's something I'm missing here. These are cute. I love these little pictures. Okay.
That's a bookcase. It's mostly empty.
What a surprise.
They called this room a study?
What would you call it?
The secret death chamber of doom.
Classy.
Hooks. Big hooks.
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes, but yeah, there's something.
Feather. Several black buttons, red colored scraps of fabric, and a feather. Are we gonna ignore the feather?
Someone's been using this room. I don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion, but nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
Ooh, we're gonna put together the board. Okay, so this would be the letter?
That doesn't
We
seem...
need something that could attach to the pin.
Okay, how about the photo? Yeah, and then here would be one of her drawings of Hawkshaw.
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else. Someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. We still don't know what's really going on.
Man, now I'm flying through it again. Finally, the meter.
Time to solve this.
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
It must have been from... It couldn't have been in front of her because that would have gotten the painting.
It
Behind?
was fired from behind Freya,
Wait, I'm confused.
Because she
Me
fell
too.
back and
Okay,
there's blood.
so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
Okay.
It was fired from in front of Freya.
Because
Wait,
that would
I'm
just leave the
confused.
thing.
Me too.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow.
So it's by a whole new
Where was
angle.
it fired from?
That's strange.
It was
Above
fired
her.
from above.
That makes sense. That's where we
Oh,
found
God.
the metal
Yeah,
thing.
our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The attic.
Tiny hole.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Doesn't add up. It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Ah, right.
Unless...
She was
Freya
already laying down.
lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
They're taking a break.
She was relaxing.
You think so?
Maybe not.
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too. She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
The
The
gramophone?
gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
It was the music, or it was something in the gramophone? Probably in.
There was something in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm. Something small.
That's not it.
Dang it. I was like, it's the same thing as what was in here. Hmm.
That's not it.
Okay, I want to make sure. It's not that, because we found that not too long ago. So what would it be? I doubt it.
That's not it.
Okay, I was gonna say I doubt it. The burnt
That's
items?
not it.
Okay, I want to make sure. I have to go through every avenue here. Hmm. Oh my god, I got the yawns. No. Bum, 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 down, down, bum, bum. Trying to think of what would be in there. I feel like I'm missing something like major here, but I don't know. Was it the beetle? Like it knocked her out?
Hunter's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder.
And they said
Neither
it
of
sounded
them
metallic.
had any idea what it was.
Oh, there's an
This
ad
seems
in
a
like
little
15
far-fetched.
seconds. LOL.
Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so, not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone. Now, I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
Dang.
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The hornet's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it,
Fifi?
Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
Yeah, because of all the cracks.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration, enough to crack metal, enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about
Earmuffs.
it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They protected themselves
They protected themselves.
How?
with the earmuffs. That's why they were on the rooftop garden.
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it.
Then everyone comes
There's
rolling
something
in.
bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Yeah. Because we figuring this out, boys. Okay.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
There's gotta be something that we're missing here.
The plant. It's in the book.
What?
Look.
Yeah, here it is.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
There's 2 of them. Okay. Look, she didn't use the yellow at all. Weird.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
It has to be that yellow painting. It's the yellow paint.
So what's bothering?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here. In this room. Where'd it go?
We found it somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
It's the ashes. It's the ashes. I told you. We didn't pay attention to the feather. Right here.
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access? The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the unfinished
It's in the
painting.
unfinished
It has to
painting.
be.
It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it, and then I could be totally
It's right
sure.
here.
It's true she never finished it.
Because there was one here.
Yet she
There
did
should have been one
intend
over
to
here.
finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
How did she show us the intentions for her painting? Her paint.
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
The yellow paint was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window.
Paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
Haha.
Something in the window. Oh.
It was going to be it was gonna be the it's gonna be a bird, wasn't it? Yeah.
There she is, our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did.
Ah,
But she's a very good listener.
fuck, sure, what are you doing here? You're not really a private detective.
Well, now,
Not in the same sense.
I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Aha!
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Tie your hands up, my dude. Tie your hands up, my dude. I don't trust this. I don't trust this, bro. This. Because it's
Lovely.
got plenty.
Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Ooh.
I just need to know the truth.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy. The volition to create.
I don't like how her makeup
something
is half
from
off.
nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly.
More than
How do we
3.
know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
I know exactly who you are.
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us.
This is such
so
good
why
acting,
not
though.
help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy, not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know
Why?
where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The study. She found the study.
The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
What'd you find?
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
It's a collective term from before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen
Mystids,
overnight.
mystical beings.
Wait,
Teehee.
mistids. Like cryptids. Like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which
That's why she
answered my
keeps those 3
questions
birds
while at
locked
once
up.
creating all new ones.
The picture. It's the picture. It's the picture. This one.
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era, denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped Misteds. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5, completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangled Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision. There was only one person at Tangled Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
The golden beetle.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure, but I theorize that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangled Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in.
It's the 10, isn't it?
Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Oh my god, let's go. There's only one thing left to do.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yeah, the red coat thing. This.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangled Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly.
Makes
But in
sense.
fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona. The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangled Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her.
That's why they often
We're now
argued about
firmly
it.
in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangled Tower, not just to the rest of the family,
But to
but to the
Fifi.
world, would compromise all three families.
Yeah.
Perhaps,
I see.
somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway, but something happened before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for
For
Flora.
Flora.
She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose.
To throw them
Give them
off.
something to focus on.
What are they looking
You
for?
mean a
They're
distraction
solving
while you made
the
your
murder.
It helped them cope.
This is a
very
big,
idea
big
of
conspiracy.
something
Big
abstract.
oof.
Something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them. Initially. Worked on you too.
So why are you still
I
here?
don't like that it actually
Why
didn't
not
work
take
on
your
them.
first chance and leave?
Ah, well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
The
It's
beetle
still
is
inside
still
the gramophone.
here? Oh. Ah, no. Oh my god, now they're stuck on Tangled. Now they're stuck on the, like, lake? No.
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two, all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fit saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did
Damn.
not want to believe us, because he liked Penny. A lot.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary,
Aw.
all by himself.
Oh,
Poor little
baby.
thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize.
As you should.
Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
The bird can't understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
It's just a fact. Birds
We
can
had
understand.
suspected she
It's
might try
fine.
to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
Ah. Now we get to see the very, like, credit ending. Go, Beetle, go! Oh, it's so good. And we did it in under 3 hours. Go, 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 go. Look at him go, he's so fast. He's got the zoomies. Yeah, it says here my stream's only been open for like 2.5 hours. Co-funded by the European Union. Let's go. SFB Games. Great creations. I need to check out all the others. There he goes. I need to check all of the others. I need to check out all of the games. I completed the game. I think we done did it. We done did it. My brain cells. I just have to figure it out, that's all. But I did it, and that's what's important here. I guess for the rest of the time we can find something. Something, I say. I don't did it. Hold on. Allow me to... I'm setting up all my stuff real quick. Okay, I think it's set up. Yeah, it did. Cool, cool, cool. Play this for like the next couple, like half hour or something. Just until we reach 3 hours. I don't want to be like, haha, I finished it. Okay, bye. Yeah, why not? Because I don't want to.
Thank goodness my parachute.
Yeah! We're starting with my favorite. Hee hee. Oh my god.
The end draws near.
Why is everyone ready for Christmas? Where are my other allies? Okay, there's one. There's the other. Okay. I'm stuck. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I'm starting out strong. Bully the tank! Oh, this is horrible. That's right, I brought it out. Ooh, perfect place to land in. Whoa. I accidentally zoomed in the wrong direction. That was my first death this entire game. Wow, we barely have any deaths. I don't know how to play Baptiste as well, but... Her. Okay. I tried. Oh, new hero character came out. I'm so good when it comes to supports. I think I have a problem with like my healing people. No! I'm a Zenyatta. Remain healed, please. Whoa! I need to get up. Oh, this isn't closed off area. Ooh. Whoa. Uh-oh. I haven't ever played Zenyatta like this before. Oh my god. No. I can't do Zenyatta. He's so difficult. Please put me back on judo. I slay with judo, please. Okay. I mean, I guess. We have two, like, Reapers, huh? Yep, heal me up, baby. Reaper, where you going? Reaper. That's right, you back up. No, I almost had them. I was so close. Yeah, I was so close. Ow. We're back with my baby. Immediately heal you up. Let's go. Just in case y'all need to know. Gotta stay back a little. Thank you. I tried saving him. I tried. They got so aggressive. It's a terrible choke point, by the way. It's fine, but like, jeez. They're so intense. It's over. I can't believe it. We were so close. I got an endorsement immediately. That was a great GG right there. That was a great one. That was a good game. We almost had it too. Uh-oh. I love queuing for mystery heroes, because like you don't know what you're gonna get. And then everyone's just running around trying to figure out what to do.
Breaking me down just builds me up. Double kill. Pow! Right up the egg. Rolling to me. Doesn't come so slow.
Teresa, okay.
The doctor is in, and he's looking good.
Oh, we got two. We got two of us in here. Two Baptistes.
Hey, who took my nano cola?
That stuff's no good for you. Have some water instead.
You just wanted to drink it yourself.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. That Winston scared the crap out of me. Okay, figuring out how to do Baptiste, that's pretty good.
Enemy sniper.
Oh, I see. Oh, she almost got me. Thanks for warning, dear God. Whoa. Okay. I'm fine seeing my life flash before my eyes. We got a Malga. That's not good. Oh. Oh, I finally died. Oh my god. How many people did I kill? 6 with 2 assists? What? It feels so intense. I felt intense, man. I don't play Lucio. Oof. No! I tried holding them up. Please tell me someone got there. The Genji. Oh! Shoot. No! I got stuck. That Ash is terrifying, honestly. Impeccable aim. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally hit E. They probably hate me now. Whoa! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you threw Bob too far. I need to step back. Just a little bit. There you go. I've never played Lifeweaver before. I'm kind of liking it. Oh, I am loving Lifeweaver actually. Hold on. Did I just find another support to play as? Yes. I love how I play majority of supports on this roster. There's only like 2 or 3 I don't play as. I'm telling you, man, when I'm a healer, I'm a healer. Level up, level up. Yeah! Level up.
Job well done.
It's funny, I've never played him before, and now look at that. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah! I'm so close to 49. I need to get to level 49 and I need to do it soon because I want to get this. And if I get to level 49, I get more of the gold coins and then I can have it. I love playing Mercy so much. Esperanza. Ah, judo again! I love judo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I hope I hit almost everyone with the speed stuff. Oh, it'd suck if I didn't. I didn't have to hit Doom with it because he's fast. He's fast enough on his own. I will not fix that. Oh my god, they're so intense. I'm about to get shot out of the sky. Yep, I knew it. As soon as I saw the Bastion transform, I was like, I'm about to get shot out of the sky. Yep.
I carry my burdens alone.
Oh no.
We're on the move. Get away from me.
I have to get to them. I have to get to them now. Elari, why are you slow? Elari, please.
Over there.
We're ahead. Don't let that change.
Yes.
Yes. I love that they respond to certain voice things. Surprise.
Take up the robot. We need to attack.
Ah, Junkrat! Oh, a Reinhardt. This is fantastic. I got surrounded so quick. I turned around, Reinhardt's just standing there. Oh, an Ana. Okay. Been a while since I've played Ana. God, I'm gonna choke. Get out of there.
Escorting the robot. Moira by your side. That feels nice.
You're welcome.
Exerting force on the barricade. The universe is singing to me.
Universe, it sings to me.
Actuating the barrier.
I freaking missed. I missed. Oh no, I missed. That's embarrassing. I can't believe I missed.
We're here to be heard.
You hear?
Over here. The enemy's got a turret. Diva logging on.
Let's boost you up a little bit, Diva. Girl, I'm trying to boost you.
Enemy turret destroyed. Enemy team is pushing forward.
Whoa, landed on the wrong side, bro. I was trying to heal. I was just trying to heal. That was an oof. I think I hit the wrong button for heals anyway.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Over there. Come back.
On my way.
I'm on top of the world. turret down.
There you go.
We must regain the lead.
I tried pulling them back in. I tried being cheeky with it. A battle mercy? A battle mercy? No! I did that to make it a little bit better to grab them. Please let that sequence work.
Something for the stake.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Diva, what are you doing over there alone? Oh snap. Oh snap. Haha! No! I thought I had him. I thought I had him. This will be the final game. Man, I thought I had him. We may end on a loss, folks. That's okay.
Another day, another battle.
I was about to do some freaking trick shot over here and go, what? I can't reach you. Can't reach you. Please. There you go. I'm doing my best. I can only do so good with Baptiste, bro. No. I'm trying. I haven't earned any eliminations. I'm playing like a true support right now. I only heal. Oh, a kitty moment. But it's too late. Yeah, it's too late. It can't be kitty. I want it to be kitty. No. Got shot down last second. Let's see. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Oh, oh shoot. Okay. We leveled them up twice. She's right there. She's right there. She's at the very edge. Come on, man. Oh my god, it's happening again. Oh my god, it's happening again. Hold on, I have to. I have to. I have to screenshot these. This is the second time this has happened to me. Please tell me. Please tell me they're all at the end. No way. The only one that got powered up was Lifeweaver, dude. What? Again, yes. And I don't think Kitty got moved too much. It happened again. This is the second time that's happened to me. I'm done. I'm dead.